Well, good Tuesday to you. Ichiro Suzuki is officially a Hall of Famer. The Baseball Writers of America voted to put Ichiro into Cooperstown. Ichiro made his Major League debut with the Mariners back on April 2nd, 2001 after playing 7 years in Japan. He set the MLB record of 262 hits in a year in 2004. He hit his 3,000th hit with Miami in 2016. He retired from baseball in Japan with the Mariners in 2019. Ichiro is the first Asian-born player to be selected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. Seattle Kraken held off Buffalo for a 6-4 win in NHL play yesterday. Seattle had 6 different players find the back of the nets, while Joey Decord stopped 25 of 29 shots on goal.
Kraken tie it up against the wall. Now Krebs near line, kept on by Power. Straight away, long range shot, tipped in, they score. In below the goal line, Obey, Kubel, Darlene hammering him. John Hayden down low as well for the Seattle Kraken. Here's Stevens up the wall. Evans saves it, left side, shoots, knocked down in front. Rebound, Hayden scores! Rakowski picks it up off the board. Stevenson behind. Now he'll send it to the high slot. Evans fires. That one blocked on the way through. Picked up by Bjorkstrand. Turned aside. Rebound. Chandler Stevenson scores! Straight away at the point. Down to the circle, Beniers. Stevenson. Beniers in the slot. Scores! Back to the offensive zone, Darlene. Off to Thompson to the high slot. Tage Thompson around Beniers. On his backhand, Larson forcing him to the outside. Up top, Darlene. Shot, tip, and he scores. Peterka knocked it down. This one batted back to the point by Krebs. Tage Thompson got by Schwartz. Thompson, right circle, shot right on, and he scores. McCann on the goal line. No carry behind the net. Owen Power hounding him. McCann to right in the slot. Alexiak scores! Here's McCann. Puts on the brakes. Into the corner for Wright. Laid off the wall is shot off the inboards now for McCann. Back to Larson. Scores! Breakout. Net empty for the Sabres. 6 on 5 with the extra attacker. Cracking ahead by a pair, 5-3. Here's Cousins. Off the end wall. Puck comes off the boards. Decord knocked it down. It was loose in front. Alex Tuck slots it in. He scores. Trying to head off the bench. There he goes. Zucker sends it in for the Sabres. Adam Larson in the corner. Alexiak rolls it up the wall. Knocked down. Far side. McCann fires. Scores! Puck is down. One back to Alexiak. The man coming off his 100th career assist. The Seattle Kraken complete the season sweep of the Buffalo Sabres. Their second 6-goal output against Buffalo.
Following the win, players and Coach Bilesman talked about Seattle answering the call several times during the game.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, it's just shows the belief system is probably a lot higher than it's been a month ago. So I mean, it's still believed till the end, and now we've started the home stretch pretty good, so just going to try to keep that going.
When our team's going well, our defensemen are up, they're making plays, they're scoring goals, and we've seen that, and it's good to get those guys back up in the play, coming down the weak side, getting shots off, so it's awesome to see, and we got to continue doing that, continue getting them up, using them, and letting them shoot them in the back.
I think there's a lot to compete. It's a fun group to be around, a lot of great intangibles. So when we're competing, it seems to all come together.
What do you like about the way your line's playing?
It's simple, a lot of talk, a lot of energy. Turbo's great to play with. Steve's doing a great job. Good at the dot, competes hard. So I think there's a lot of predictability, and that's helped us.
Big story of the game. I think the John Hayden response goal for sure. Obviously right after they score. And I thought, there was a portion in the second period where things got a little sideways after the power play. And them drawing even, but the response goal by the Ryder line there, making the play to Rig, and Rig scoring that goal was huge for us.
Seattle's back in action against the Washington Capitals Thursday night at 7 o'clock. It's on King 5 and Kong TV. The Wenatchee Wild are trying to recoup after a 1-2 weekend at Western Hockey League play. In Friday's 4-2 loss to Lethbridge, a milestone was reached by the Wild's Grant Reed, who scored his first WHL goal.
Grant got himself the first goal all taped up with the first WHL goal written on it. I don't know that Ty got one, simply because he's been in the league for a long, long time. Played for Regina, played for, I think, Kamloops is where he started. So he's been in the league a while. None of the commemorative special stuff for our experienced veteran coming in from Regina. But yeah, Grant Reed has been battling for that first goal. He's been working hard. He looked really good on Sunday. Got a lot of good chances. Led a rush a couple times on that fourth line. Just wasn't able to put anything away against Tri-City back here.
So my question is, I guess, is it the actual puck?
Yes.
That they do? Because I was just curious. I wonder if they just reach into the equipment bag and say, "We'll just give them this one." I mean,
so one thing you'll notice after a first goal is scored is there's usually a little bit of a delay while they figure out, oh, it's his first goal. They retrieve the puck. They give it to the I think they give it to the equipment manager to hang on to, and then they'll skate over to the scorer's bench where they keep the cooler with the extra pucks on ice. They'll flip a new one into play. And so, yeah, that's the first puck that he scored in the Western Hockey League.
Austin Draude appeared with Dan Kuntz on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley this morning. The Wild are currently 8th place in the Western Division of the WHL, but Draude says the goal is to finish much higher.
This group has expectations of making the playoffs, and it's a group that has its goals set on winning more games in the second half of the season. There are still a few guys that are kind of getting implemented into the system, kind of finding their way right now, and we've had a lot of young guys who have had to step up and take big roles. We saw a big weekend from Grant Reed, even though he only had a couple points. He had a huge weekend, like we said, leading the rush on Sunday a couple times, and really I thought looked good, showed a lot of good hustle in that game on Sunday, and got some really good looks at the net. So we're seeing some young guys really starting to step up, and the guys that have been with us for half the season, even though they might be 18, 19 years old or 17 years old, they're not really rookies anymore. They're coming up for us and really starting to find a role on this team and starting to take over those roles.
Wenatchee will host the best team in the entire league on Friday when Everett comes to town. Draude says the Wild hope to continue where they left off against the Silvertips during the holidays.
Expecting a good crowd for the game on Friday night, certainly for a good team with a lot of high-end talent. Some young goaltending, but some good goaltending. And you talk about some of the guys on their team. I mean, Dominic Raymond, Landon DuPont, they're names that Wenatchee folks that have been out to the games, they know, and I'm sure a lot of folks are looking forward to seeing what Everett will bring in against this Wenatchee group. We're looking forward to bringing our best against Everett. The last time we played them was over there, and we knocked them off in their home building, so looking forward to getting another shot at them here. But it's Superheroes and Princesses night. We're bringing in the Brave Warrior Project again for this one, so looking forward to another good night against a very, very good team.
Wenatchee and Everett dropped the puck Friday night at 7 o'clock. Go to WenatcheeWildHockey.com for tickets. There were a couple of basketball games in our region in prep basketball on Martin Luther King Monday. The Moses Lake girls fell to White River at home 67-34. The Pateros boys beat Easton 66-44. Girls basketball scheduled today has Quincy at Othello, while Ephrata's hosting Okanagan. Brewster's in Chelan. Liberty Bell hosts Cascade. Tenaskeet's at Bridgeport. Lake Roosevelt visits Manson. Soap Lake entertains Pateros. Moses Lake Christian plays at Cascade Christian. Cashmere is in Cle Elum tonight at 7 o'clock. The Garden City Academy boys are at Easton today. The Cashmere and Cle Elum boys actually play before the girls tonight. Othello hosts Quincy. Okanagan's at Ephrata. It's Moses Lake Christian at LaSalle. Chelan hosts Brewster at 7:15. 7:30 games have Cascade at Liberty Bell. Bridgeport hosts Tenaskeet. Lake Roosevelt's at Manson. Cascade Christian hosts Thorpe. And Pateros visits Soap Lake. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.